Good morning, everyone. Here we are. It's officially the morning of day one. We are ready. There he is in the window. He's just watching my husband pop his crate in the car. So he's obviously aware something's going on. And he knows usually the crate in the car means the vet. But I was going to say the gym then. The vet. We're ready. I have got my little list of questions for the vet. Just so that I don't forget them. Simply because I feel like when I get in there, there's going to be so much information thrown at me. But yeah, we are ready. Okay, guys, so we are here. We go into Vets at Home because they have a Vets for Pets who have to say have been absolutely wonderful. We literally just arrived. Chester's just gone for a toilet break because he may not get one. And we are basically waiting to go in. We're going to knock the door in about 5 minutes. They said we could go in about quarter of an hour early. And then we just really need to wait for the consultant to turn up. Wish us luck. Okay, so we just came in and met the surgeon outside, funnily enough. He seems awesome and obviously knows what he's doing. Chester's just been weighed, and so we're just waiting to go in. Okay, so we just dropped Chester off. Saw the surgeon who went through all the different things they're going to do. They are cutting out a chunk of his bone. I think he said it was 24.1 degrees of bone. So then they almost overcorrect because he's actually got an S-bend rather than a curve. Then they will put a plate in and hopefully that will then correct it. He has to stay in his cage for the foreseeable future, so at least 8 weeks. They hopefully in 2 to 4 weeks will do leg number 2. He's allowed out for toilet breaks of around about 5 to 10 minutes. The first week, literally just toilet break in, and then he said that he needs to be exercised as much as possible in very, very, very small bursts. So 5 to 10 minutes, maybe 5 or 6 times a day. And then after 2 weeks, we can increase that to about 15 minutes maximum, and then carry on as before. So yeah, we're looking at 8 weeks, but the whole time he's not being exercised, he has to stay in his crate. So that's not going to be any fun, is it? But hey ho, it is what it is, and then that should give him the best chance of healing. It was pretty awesome when we came out. They are looking to do an Instagram story on Chester and a Facebook story, which is pretty cool, so I'll probably link that in down below as well. But obviously I'm now back off to work and we're going to leave him at the vet's. I'll give them a call at 2 to 3 o'clock, so I'll probably vlog something this afternoon whilst at work around how it went, and then we're going to pick him up at 4:45. Oh, wish us luck. Bye. Okay, so it's lunchtime. I've heard nothing yet, but I'm guessing they said ring about 2 o'clock, so I am going to just sit and continue working with my belly in shreds, eat some lunch. But thoughts at the moment are, orthopaedic surgeon was absolutely amazing, out of this world. I would recommend the orthopaedic surgeon Rory from the Grange, absolutely 100%. He explained everything, he gave us all the information, he told us absolutely everything that we could want to know, and then we were able to ask the questions that we wanted to ask, and he gave us really clear, concise answers. So now it's just a waiting game to decide whether or not I call it 2 or 3. I don't know which one to call that. So for those parents out there who may be watching this video wondering what on earth it feels like to sit here waiting all day, it feels long, but I will check in at about 2-3 o'clock and let you know what I've heard from the vets. Okay, bye. Okay, so quick update. The surgeon just called. Chester's out of surgery and he's doing well. He was able to straighten the leg and it's really straight in comparison to what it was before, and they've also managed to make his foot face forward, which was obviously another concern because it was not only at almost right angles to his body, but it was almost twisted round as well, which was why that was the first one to do, because it was the worst one. I'm going to phone them back at 3 so that I can check up how he's doing coming out of the anaesthetic, etc., and then we can arrange a pickup for later on tonight. I am very, 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 very excited to get my puppy back. Although obviously we've got a long road ahead, it will be nice to give him a cuddle afterwards. Okay, speak to you in a bit. Bye. On our way to get Chester. Say hello. Hello. So excited. Hello. Oh, baby.
There we go.
Hello. Oh, am I really mean to you? Hi. Well, we are home. Picked Chester up from the vets. As you saw, it was a loud car journey. He did cry. Although he's not crying in pain at the moment. I don't know if you can hear him in the background. He's not crying in pain. He's crying because he doesn't want to be in his crate. He wants lots of mummy cuddles and he wants Lucas cuddles. And he wants to run around because he's a puppy, but he can't. So this is probably going to be the hardest, longest night, I think. But it will be worth it. And I know he probably doesn't feel like, he probably just feels like we're really mean right now. But at the end of the day, we've got to do what's best for him. Not probably what feels best right now, but what's best for the future, I guess. Vets said that everything went great. We have got an absolute ton of painkillers and antibiotics. So we have Metacam, which is like an oral painkiller, I think. Yeah, and then we have Riloxine, which is antibiotics, and then we also have a paracetamol type. We then have to go back to the vets in the morning so that they can check on him. They can check on his dressing and all of that. He's obviously stopped crying now. He's probably been in the crate for maybe 20 minutes and he's cried for that, but he's actually settled down now, and I think he's probably settled down and gone to sleep. So the advice from the vets right now is that we have to exercise in between 5 and 10 minutes for the first 2 weeks, 5-6 times a day, basically just to let him pee, etc., with the harness on. So I have to admit, tonight he's going to need to pee. My plan is more to harness him and let him walk around the living room on the harness, simply because it's softer, it's easier. We do have a puppy pad out because we had some left from when he was little. And then the same tomorrow, harness out in the living room, exercising the leg. And then Saturday, so for 2 days, 2 full days in the living room. Then Saturday I'm working until 2. So then what I'm probably going to do is Saturday afternoon will be his first outdoor, because by then he should have started to settle down in terms of pain relief, etc. And we'll go from there. But obviously we have to see what the vet says tomorrow, and then there'll be x-rays. I will probably do another check-in later to let you know how he's getting on with pain relief and whatnot. But yeah, so far he sounds a little bit sad, but I actually think the sadness is more down to the crate than it is down to his leg, which I suppose is a really good thing. It can only get better from here, eh? Right, speak to you later, guys. Bye. Okay, so it's 9 p.m. He's finally kind of settled and stopped crying. We have had some real whinging, just to kind of come out of the crate more than anything. I don't think he's in any pain. I fetched him out about an hour ago to have some food. He ate some food, not very much, but some, and then almost tried to run away from me. So I was a little bit worried about that. But managed to stop him. He's had some little cuddles and whatnot. his little tail was wagging a little bit, so I know he's kind of enjoying the cuddles. He's due some pain relief in an hour, so I'll give you an update on how that goes. But almost there, day one over. Hey guys, so welcome to my final check-in of the night of day one. As you can hear, Chester still isn't very happy about his whole crate training thing. It's about 10:30. I've attempted to give him some more pain relief and his antibiotics. He wasn't very impressed with that. He tried to eat the piece of ham I put it in, looked at me, literally held it in his mouth, refused to chew it and spat it back at me. So I'm going to have to wait probably another 10 minutes. My husband is on his way home from work, and it might have to be a kind of giving it to him as a tablet rather than as a treat with a tablet in it. He's very suspicious of any treats we've tried to give him. I tried to give him in peanut butter. He was having none of that either, which, you know, I tried to give it him in a piece of cheese. He ate a little bit of the cheese and then just ignored the piece with the medicine in it. So it might have to be kind of a giving him the medicine the hard way, if that sounds awful. As you can hear, he's still not very happy with his crate. I have likened it a little bit to when you put your child in their own room, because I have been to check. He isn't in any pain at the moment because he has walked on it about 2 minutes ago. Hasn't been to the toilet yet, but I guess that's to be expected. I anticipate probably a long night, but that's again to be anticipated. All in all, he actually hasn't been that bad. He's had a couple of cuddles. He obviously wants to try and run around the living room. I've done the whole harness and lead thing even around the living room, which he just has stared at me like I'm nuts. The first time I did it, he just sat there as if he'd never ever walked on a lead before, which was crazy. I'm going to assume that if he gets some sleep tonight, that tomorrow he'll be different in terms of wanting to walk around. I don't know how much different he's going to be with the crate training. He basically hates it. He wants to play with his ball, he wants to play with his rope, which is a little bit naff, I guess, but it's for his own good. So, thank you all for coming on this journey with us today. It's been a long day. The surgeon was awesome. The vets were awesome. The nurses were all awesome. They all really seemed to be really interested in Chester. Whenever I've rung, anybody that answers the phone knows exactly who Chester is, which I think is an absolutely lovely kind of feeling as an owner to get. For me, it was great to know that I just phoned and said, "Oh, hi, I'm Chester's owner." And they knew exactly who I was. They didn't say, "Oh, Chester, what's his surname?" Or they knew who he was, which was really nice. I know that they are also going to be doing a story on him, I guess, like a before and after. Like, here he is the wonky legs, here he is the straight legs. There's a long road to go. I'm intending this first week to do like day 1 to 7, and then maybe do a check-in video once a week so that we can kind of give updates on things. Obviously, when we are Operation 2 is a go, I'll load all of that as well. But once again, thank you for watching. Thank you so much for bearing with us. I know there's been a lot of waffle from me today. There's been a lot of, oh my God, I don't know what to do moments. There's been some absolutely excited moments. It's just been a fairly up and down day. I think there's going to be more up and down days to come. But once again, thank you so much for watching. Okay, we will see you tomorrow. Mwah.